Good morning, afternoon, day, and night, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Loaded Potato Podcast. My name is Brandon, your host for this evening, and with me we have our non-Alaskan native Axel, who's down there in the lower 48s.
Hola.
And then we got Snow Mummy Ivan.
Oh, that's cool. I get to be a mummy. Now I'm a snow Mexican now.
He said it, not me.
That's Canadian.
Spick and white. Well, welcome back. Another great edition of the Alaskan Potato Podcast. Now there's a new name. We're just gonna trademark
New
that
name.
shit. Get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right now.
Alaska Potato Podcast. I like it.
No,
We
but
can't
seriously,
be LPP anymore.
LPP.
LPP.
You're
I
right.
like LPP is funnier.
I like LPP. All right, but anyways, how y'all's week's doing?
Doing good?
I mean, yeah. It started snowing some more again and not being negative 20 all the time. So I think it's
Yeah.
doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
It snowed so much. It's snowing right now.
It's still snowing, dude. It's awesome. I like it.
It's so nice.
It's currently
It's
raining.
so nice.
With me right now.
Oh, is it raining?
Yeah. I love the rain
Nice.
personally, so I don't mind.
I mean, this is just cold rain that's
Yeah.
falling.
yeah. But is it violently
freezing
hitting your
rain.
window?
Huh?
Is it violently hitting your window?
No.
That's what I thought.
It's gracefully falling down.
As
Oh.
all snow should be.
You know. I don't know. We've had some whack ass snow where it's like slush and it just kind of
Yeah,
just
it's
falls
called hail.
down. Well, no,
No,
no.
no.
well,
Yeah,
this is-
I know.
But yeah. What about you?
Yeah, besides all the bullshit that happened in the week, honestly, but at least you and I can finally say we are players in a D&D campaign.
Yes. Oh, that's the thing that we can bring up. Fucking we ended my D&D campaign that we've been running for the past 5 months, I think. With that, I was the DM for. That was the first time I ever finished a campaign. Like an actual full campaign. Fucking awesome. Brandon came around the tail end of it. So he saw how it ended.
Yep.
And now we have a new DM and I'm a player, and this is like the first time I'm actually going to be like a player in a real campaign. So that's awesome.
If any of y'all remember a couple episodes ago or a good bit ago, we've had Alaska native John come on. He is the current DM for our campaign.
Not really Alaska native.
You know what I mean?
Alaska resident. I don't know.
Yeah. Who's someone's
Seasoned
been here.
Alaskan.
Yeah. Yeah, so he's currently campaigning, DMing for us. And we
Oh,
had our
yeah.
first session yesterday as of this recording. And then we're having one again later tonight as of this recording. So
Yeah.
we get 2 sessions this week, just due to conflicting time schedules that we had.
Yeah, and this is a kind of different campaign that we usually do, or we're used to, like, there's a lot of combat and stuff like that. This one's mostly role playing.
Which
Yeah,
I'm already basically the fan favorite of the group at this point. So
yeah, the RPing is awesome. Brandon and I have a good duo going.
yeah, we're a duo group.
Yeah,
Don't want to spoil anything because if we want to keep it to ourselves, Rock and Stone.
Rockin' Stone.
Rock and Stone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, Axel, did we tell you our thing about the D&D?
Oh no, we
thing?
didn't. We never
No, you
did.
didn't.
Okay, so just to bring it up, just so we can keep on talking about D&D because I fucking love D&D.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So we made we're both bards, right? And I never
Oh.
played a bard before.
You guys are finally
Yeah, we're
playing
both-
bards. Oh boy.
We're,
Yeah,
we're
I-
both bards.
We're both bards. I bring my guitar during the session. I just play some random stuff. John, even like when we were walking on a trail or whatever, I just said I bring out my lute. Well, because it's a lute or whatever. They don't have guitars, so I bring out my lute and I start playing something on the guitar. And he just gave everyone inspiration for that, which was awesome. So it's nice. But
Yeah,
I'm a rock gnome. I'm a rock gnome. So
Rockin'
I'm
gnome.
Carl Rock. Yeah, and
I
Brandon.
am a Earth Gensi. It's a legacy character, and I am Tremor Stone.
Yeah.
or just Tremor Stone.
Yeah, it's a play on
And,
word.
and together we are rockin' stone.
Yeah.
Rockin' Gnome. I love that.
Yeah, rockin' no.
Yeah,
But-
so I'm
so good.
I gotta write down all the transcripts that they say when you press V, because I'm gonna fucking say each and every one of those if I can.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, like, oh my god, like I can't tell you how much I was excited for this and everything. Oh, do you have your roll bucket next near you?
Oh, yeah, I can go grab that real quick.
Yeah, so while he go grab that, so before we went to the D&D session, we went to the movies and we saw a movie called Argyle, and we got popcorn buckets, and he got a small, and he got a Paw Patrol popcorn bucket, and it's the greatest thing ever.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, we went to the movies, whatever. I ordered a small, and I guess they were just getting rid of the stuff
Mm-hmm.
over there. So they were like, "Did you want Paw Patrol or
Trolls,
Trolls?" Yeah.
and then there was a third option too.
No, Paw Patrol.
No, I
all
think
the
it was
way,
just
my
those
guy.
two. That's
No,
what I was
those-
like. I was like, yeah, no, all the way Paw Patrol.
Paw
That's what I
Patrol, my
needed.
guy.
So this
But
is my
then-
new roll bucket. So when I roll in this.
I have a new beer bucket. I technically have. I can go get that real quick. Hold on, it's like right there.
Yeah. He also has another one.
It's better than yours.
Well, it's bigger. But it's
I'm a
well, actually, it's
Swiftie now.
worse. Yeah, he's a Swift fan. It's Taylor Swift bucket.
Yeah. We put a whole case of beer in this,
Yeah, yeah, we actually could.
but it wasn't on ice, unfortunately.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah,
Or
but
just put
next
some
time,
snow in there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just scoop out a bunch.
Yeah, your wife's already trying to buy the bucket off of me.
Oh my god. I didn't even know she really liked Taylor Swift that much.
Yeah, she was like, "I'll pay like what I want." And I'm like, "I'll pay, it comes at a price." I'm like, "How much?" I'm like, "We'll see."
A whole pack of Angry Orchards.
two packs at this point.
Two packs of Angry Orchards.
But yeah, man, I can't explain to y'all like how much we love D&D. Just the idea of it's basically real life video games. It's what it is. You're just playing an external character of yourself.
I mean, it's a role playing game.
I mean,
it's real. It's LARPing. I don't know.
I
Well,
recommend
well,
everyone at least
yeah.
try D&D at least once.
well, I mean, okay.
Or like
Technically, you can play D&D and not LARP
Yeah.
because LARPing is live action role play.
Yeah, we're role
But you
playing
can,
live.
But you can LARP while playing D&D. It's not. It's more
Yeah.
fun if you do.
Imagine D&D LARPing like the battles, the fights.
but- oh, that'd be sick.
Brother. I get so fucking tired at that point.
You guys know what you can do about playing D&D with friends that are across the country? It's called like Divinity and fucking Baldur's Gate. Remember that?
Damn.
Remember that?
Yeah.
About that, I gotta like go. I can't really talk about this right now.
I have to go play in the snow. I forgot about that.
You do not know how badly. I'm thinking about just continuing my campaign, just leaving you guys behind.
I kind of thought you were gonna
No,
start
I,
your
Yeah.
or
I
continue
literally
your single
have been
player.
waiting and holding myself off from playing this game because it's so much fun. But I want to play it with you guys because it's so much more fun to play with you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just haven't really found the time to be honest.
That's when you
Wait,
make
whoa, whoa.
time.
We're trying. Macarl, that kills people.
Huge people.
I forgot about that. The fucking llama stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we're trying. It's not like we're not like actively trying to avoid it. It's
Yeah.
just
I
It's-
am.
it's-
Other-
Not just kidding. I love Divinity a lot. I want to get back into it.
yeah. It's good.
It's good.
I'm waiting for y'all to get Baldur's Gate so we can start that. And that's actually fun.
Let's finish Divinity and then we'll go to Baldur's Gate.
My brother in Christ.
you know how
Yeah.
long that's gonna take?
We could speedrun it. I don't know.
We could technically speedrun because we don't have to do any of the side quests. Like,
Yeah.
honestly,
We just do the main
I
story.
played Divinity now to go off the tutorial island, and it does. You can speedrun that shit. You really can. It doesn't take that long. Like,
Tutorial.
it can take you an hour, not even, just to get off the island. But since we are exploring and everything, that's what's taking it so long.
Trying to get
Looking-
stronger.
Yeah. But yeah.
All that fun jazz. But yeah, like I recommend anyone to at least attempt, like, even if like you can't find people around you, just grab like Baldur's Gate or Divinity, just like or just like any role play game in the sense. Just do like try it out.
Hannah Montana
See if you like-
Monopoly.
You're right. You're right. I can't even argue with that. He's right.
Yeah.
No, but yeah. But anyways, besides D&D, there's like been a bunch of fucking shit going on.
Oh yeah.
Like
Just saying, if we're gonna get into the hot takes, there's something I want to bring up before we get into that. Spoilers, we're doing hot takes.
just bring
That's
it up
pro-
now.
It's probably
Hot cakes.
that's probably gonna be the name of the episode anyway, so it's not really
Hot
too
cakes?
much spoilers. Hot cakes. There you go. That's the,
Hot
the
cakes.
title. The new Avatar. Have you guys seen the new Avatar?
Yes.
Yes, I see what you put down, and actually, this could be the start of our hot take.
This could be okay. No. Okay, so you guys clearly don't know what's happening then.
No.
All right,
Okay, I
I'm
guess
gonna tell
not.
you guys right now then, because this isn't even close
Okay.
to a hot take. So
Okay.
I'm excited that they even thought of like, hey, let's try to redo Avatar, good this time.
It looks good.
Yes, but there's one major problem with that. Did you guys know that the original creators of Avatar left midway due to creative differences?
Really?
Yes. They got upset. And one of the few reasons why they left is that they're changing characters completely. Well, not completely. That was me exaggerating. So, like, you guys know Sokka? You know
Yeah,
how he's sexist, right? In the beginning.
Yeah.
And how he's like...
Oh, did they get rid of that?
Yeah, he in the beginning. Well, this is just me explaining for people who didn't see. But Sokka in the beginning, he was really sexist towards women, saying like, "Oh, only men can be warriors and whatever."
Yeah.
And then later on, he gets his ass kicked by the Kyoshi warriors, and realizing, "Damn, women can be sick as well." Who'd have fucking
Yeah.
thought? But yeah, and that was
Character
that was
development.
yeah, that was his character flaw. That was his character flaw in the show, and he got character development and became really sick. And then he got with fuck, I already forgot her name. Suki.
The Fire
love
Lady.
Fire Lady.
Oh, is it not? Sorry,
You're
It's been a minute. It's been a while since
Yeah,
I've seen the show.
I
So
think he got with Suki. Suki is one of the Kyoshi warriors, but spoilers, question mark.
question mark.
I mean, the
exclamation
show's
point.
been like 2 decades old now.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen it,
Yeah, so
You-
that
yeah.
was one of them. That was like one of the major changes. Another one was like they were saying like Aang is going to be now serious instead of him wanting to be a child. The whole point of him running away, not wanting to be the Avatar, is like I need to be serious and I need to train. It's like no, Aang is a goofball. He likes slacking. Like of course he knows he needs to train, but he wants to be a kid first. It's like and he learns over time. All the way till the end. It's like the responsibilities of being the Avatar and whatnot. And what he
Yeah.
needs to do.
Even in the shitty other live action Avatar, like the last Airbender movie, he wants to be a kid first because like
Yeah.
he got robbed of it. Like
Yeah, but the people said they're like, oh, Aang's not going to be that anymore. He's going to be more serious now. And then the final nail in the coffin was like the people who were making it were like, we're changing the story because we want to appeal to a Game of Thrones audience.
oh,
We want to tap into
brother.
that market. Yeah, and they were like, "What?" It's like, who? Why? This is
what?
This was a cartoon on a Cartoon Kids Network show, but it can appeal to everyone because it was a good story and had good characters and whatnot. Not because it's like Game of Thrones is like mature and like serious, or
And
not serious,
sex.
and sex and
Yeah,
whatnot.
we're
It's
gonna
like,
see a lot of nudity in this then,
It's like.
because that's the
Word.
Game of Thrones
It
way
was
of things.
wild, and I was like, "There's no way they're doing this." And like after I heard that the original people left due to that like differences, I'm like, "This is gonna be a dumpster fire, dude." Oh no, I'm worried now. That's gonna be another
Okay,
Avatar movie.
the first 2 things that you said, they don't necessarily mean it's gonna be really bad. I can see it still being good with them changing those 2 things, but the last one That's the one for me at least is the really bad thing.
That's my final nail
I
in the
mean-
coffin, motherfuckers.
My first, I like the fact that the original people who left, who made Avatar what it is. The fact that they left was already a massive red flag.
Yeah.
Because, like, for
Yep.
example, the One Piece live action, the creator, Oda, was part of the entire thing, and it turned out to be really good. It appealed to One Piece fans.
Yeah. I was going to say, to be fair, just because the creators are there does not mean it's going to be good.
No, I know, but, like...
We look at the Uncharted movie.
Yeah.
Okay, but
But
has
then
Uncharted...
we also looked at the Last of Us show. Same thing. Both the creator was there for both of them all the way. One of them was horrible. The other one was actually good.
It's like that was more up to their interpretation too, and like how they wanted to perceive it.
Also,
I just think the
continue.
Last of
Brandon.
Us people. I just think the Last of Us people had a better foresight of what they actually wanted. They didn't want to make a TV show. They wanted to basically take what they already had and like do the minute details that would make sense for us, and rather than just it's just Nathan Drake and here's Mark Wahlberg for some reason.
Yeah, the Uncharted movie was so bad.
Wait, was the Uncharted movie based off of anything else but the game, or was the game based off of something else?
It was based off of nothing. It was supposed to be based off the game or something.
That's
It's
your
an
problem.
original thing.
That's your problem right there, Ivan. So the reason why I compared One Piece and the Avatar is that because One Piece has something to base off. It has the manga and the current anime that has been airing for a long time.
The movie has the
Forever.
video games to base off of. What do you mean?
You just said it didn't have anything to base off of.
Well, I thought you meant like the original. Like the original like Uncharted thing is just it was made up by Naughty
Yeah,
Dog.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, but the movie already had the games to base off of.
Yeah,
They
but
literally had the same characters. They even have the same like scenes in some of the games or whatever.
Yeah,
Whatever.
but I think what we're going at, it's like with the Uncharted game versus like The Last of Us and the Avatar. These ones are a little bit more copy paste rather than it being like something like
They're trying
it's
to be
not.
faithful to the material.
Yeah,
And that's why
Which
Oda
I
did.
s-
Oda oversaw that everything was to the standards of everything, and then it turned out to be good. All the fans who already were in One Piece loved it because it was faithful, and anyone new to it could understand it easily because One Piece is fucking massive. But
Yeah.
Avatar so far has not had a good track record of anything coming out other than the show and maybe Korra. I have watched Korra, but I didn't like Korra too much.
I haven't finished Korra. I only saw like the first 2 seasons, I think.
Yeah, neither have I. People
But,
say
yeah.
it's good, but I'm like, can you really top Avatar? I don't know about that.
No, Avatar's better, but I do like the idea that they were trying to do with Korra on how like it's in the future, technology is actually
Continuing.
evolving and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I did like that aspect of it. But I mean, the execution, like main character and everything else was kind of iffy, but
But yeah, I'm worried. I'm worried for the new Avatar. It might be another flop again. So
I
as long as
have
they don't
good-
make
high
Aang
hopes.
Ung, so we'll be fine.
hang on. Oh no,
Ong
bro.
hung himself.
But yeah,
Ung hung himself in the streets of Detroit.
was that considered a hot take? I don't think that was a hot take. That was just more me delivering you guys news.
Yeah. Well, the hot take is that you're thinking that it's gonna be bad. And
Well,
like,
I mean, okay.
I'm kind of like, I think it's gonna be good.
All right. So
I mean, yeah, there
far-
could be some news, but
Yeah, I mean, that was
dude, the
partial
CGI
news.
and everything actually looks good. It looks faithful and stuff.
Yeah, a lot
the
better
character-
than what
Yeah,
it
a lot-
would have been.
Yeah, exactly. Like the characters look the part. So, I mean, so far we've seen a scene that they kind of copied from the show, whatever, and all that stuff. Like it looks good. The thing is with the other movie is that it didn't look good from the beginning. This one does.
I want Cabbage Man.
Yes, and if they have
Cabbage
Cabbage
Man,
it's the
yeah.
best one ever.
I'm
Best movie ever.
I'm just worried for the characters.
Yeah, I can
For
see
me,
that.
for me, it's the characters. You can.
I don't know. The casting looks good though. That's what I like.
The casting can look good, but you can have an
No,
amazing
I know,
looking
I know.
character. Like, The Witcher is a beautiful example of that. They casted someone who is down with the source material, But the director was like, nah, you stick your ass to that camera and get fucked over right now. I don't care how much you like The Witcher, you're gonna get bent over right now.
Pussy.
And it's like, okay, well, it's doesn't look too good in my eyes. Also, Ivan, remember when we talked about the Halo show and how it's gonna be ass, and I told you it was gonna be ass, and you were like, nah, it's gonna be fine, and then it turned out to be really ass. I remember that.
Yeah, yeah, that's another thing I don't mind chiming in again about. Oh, by the way, they're coming out with season 2.
Yeah,
it's coming out this year, I think.
I think they're trying to make up their fuck ups with season 2. I think.
The bad part is, I mean, of course, it's not the best show, but as long as it wasn't the Halo brand, I think it would have gotten better reception.
Probably because it would have just been another sci-fi show.
Yeah, it's just like a sci-fi space opera thing. But
now they got the Master Brief in there.
Yeah, as long as they didn't put the Master Chief in the shoulder and the into the show or base it off of Halo, it would have actually been good. The fight scenes, dude, that's the thing. They nailed the fight scenes so good in the show. Oh my god, like it was better than the Until Dawn or whatever. If you've seen Until Dawn, the fan made movie of Halo, like from like 10 years ago or more.
Ivan, just because you polished a turd doesn't change it that it's still a turd.
No, I know, but the fight scenes were so good.
Yeah, there's always there's always good takeaways for some crap shit, but it's like it depends on how, like it's still crap shit though.
Damn, that's a really shiny piece of poop right there. That is impressive.
I know, right?
Holy moly!
It's shiny and everything. Look how impressive. You see that rocket that flew out of that turd? That's amazing.
Dude, that came out of someone's ass? Like, the hell?
God, I can't believe they dropped the ball so bad on that one.
All right, but I guess that was the initiate for the hot takes. What you guys got? Bring it.
All right, so the one that Ivan and I were discussing like a lot is a burger a sandwich?
Yes.
I say yes, Brandon says no.
What?
That makes the sandwich a burger then.
No.
By that logic.
No.
That's like saying water is wet and water is wet.
It's not.
It's not wet.
It is wet.
It's not
wet.
It's wet.
How? Please explain to me how.
Water is wet. Just like a burger is a sandwich or a sandwich is a burger.
Your point's invalid. You have no proof.
It's like saying fire's burnt.
No, because burnt is an adjective that describes.
Bro, wet is an adjective.
No, wet is water. Water is wet.
No, it's not.
How?
It's like no, it's like saying fire is burnt. It's not. Fire makes things burnt.
See,
it's
the only
like water makes things wet. It's not wet itself.
The only reason why I say that I don't consider a burger a sandwich is I base it off the type of bread and the meats and the culinary stuff that goes inside of it.
Okay, so then, but then that means a hot dog is a sandwich as well, right?
No, that's a hoagie.
Yeah, hot dog's a hoagie. He uses a hoagie roll.
Yep.
But what if you don't necessarily have to make a hot dog into use a hoagie roll.
Oh, we were also discussing this too. Tortilla is just bread.
Yeah, it's bread.
Well, it's
yes.
What do you mean by bread?
It's flatbread.
It's a bread.
Oh yeah, it is flatbread. Yeah. Man, these hot takes are crazy.
We're going way too far off. We gotta finish a goddamn.
No, so I explained my reasoning why I think so and so, but Axel can't name a reason why water's wet.
Yeah, we gotta go back to the water's wet thing.
All right, water is wet.
I think we're more divisive on that.
Yeah, you bring no evidence to the table
because water is wet.
No, that's not how you do a discussion.
No, I'm pretty sure that's how it goes.
The more you say it does not make it more true. Explain yourself, or so help me God.
I know where you live.
So I can explain the fire is burning thing because when you burn something, that's an actual chemical physical change that is happening.
Yeah, that's
being
fire.
Wet isn't.
Yes, being wet is entirely different because.
No, it's this.
Yes, it is. Well,
Oh,
first of all,
I see. I see what you mean. I see what you mean.
Because burning is an actual chemical change that takes place that changes something forever. You can't change it back once it's burnt. But being wet and water being wet is a state that is always happening.
I mean, some things can't come back from being wet.
Like
Yeah.
what?
Your
Dissolving.
mom.
No, you can indeed evaporate water and get stuff back.
Yeah, but it's not gonna be the same as it was before.
Nope. Yes, Ivan. How do you think sea salt happens?
Well, that's just salt. What about other things?
Explain other
Like
things.
you can-
you're
you
the
can-
one that
you
brought
can-
up other things. I can probably
You can
explain.
you can
to
dissolve what, like dye in water. You can do sugar in water.
You can get dye. You
do.
can get sugar.
If you boil water, I don't know if it
It just
Yeah,
goes
the
away.
dye
It
is-
evaporates.
You get sugar
Yeah.
crystals back. Yes, you do.
Yeah, but that's something different though.
Okay, but that still doesn't make
Like
water
there
wet.
there are certain things that do chemical bonds with water and change it entirely by giving away hydrogen or the oxygen molecules and whatnot. Yes, that does happen. But
Wait, so are you saying that ice is wet?
is ice wet?
Because it's water.
Yeah, it's
I don't- it's
constant
water?
water.
You said water's wet, so
Technically,
ice
yeah.
has to be
Well,
wet.
I mean, yeah, technically it is wet because they are touching each other. Because water. Okay, so the definition of something wet is because water is touching it, right?
Covered or saturated in water or a liquid.
So what is water even covering?
Water can't.
Water is covering itself.
No, it's
no,
not.
It can't.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Okay,
Nice.
so then no, because water is wet because ice
No.
cubes. All right, ice cube and water.
Let's repeat ourselves and then just say the same thing.
Okay, so ice and water, right? They're the same thing. It's still water in the end. You can still cover water with ice and it's still being wet.
So does that make ice double wet?
Yes. Well, no, because it's already wet. Because it's already wet.
No, it's wet squared. What's
Well,
the
if you're
power
saying-
two?
It's wet squared.
Wet squared.
Or does it like counteract each other, meaning that if one's wet and you mix it with another wet, they're like dry now?
It's like a towel. Like what the?
This is this is stupid.
It is dumb.
Oh.
I thought you guys
We're
were bring
going-
more serious topics.
Hey,
This
no,
is
the water and wet
serious.
thing is it's a highly debated thing.
Okay, we went from sandwich to water is wet. Like,
Yeah. Well, I think the water
I
is
didn't
wet
even-
is more highly debated.
yeah, exactly. But
You know, I spent like a whole day at work speaking to some of my coworkers when we were just debating what constitute as bread.
Yeah, so tortillas bread.
No, well, yeah, not just that, but other stuff. Like we were saying, like cake is bread. If we
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
by,
cake
by
is
some of
bread.
the stuff.
yeah, cake is bread.
Okay. I'm trying to remember all the conversations we had
Wait,
with the bread thing.
I think, but isn't bread constituted when something has yeast, flour, water, sugar, and yeast,
Mm,
right?
Nope, it doesn't have to be yeast because flatbread and tortillas. We don't
But I don't
use
think
yeast
that,
for
that
that.
constitutes as bread though.
They are bread though. One's literally called flatbread.
You can
Or
call it
non-bread.
flat. No, you can call things certain items, but them not actually being a thing.
Okay, this isn't like Spanish moss. What non-bread?
Yeah, no,
Why do you think-
exactly. Yeah, no. That's a perfect example right there. Spanish moss. That's not actually moss, but we still call it moss. So there can be
I
certain
guess.
certain types of
Hold on.
foods that are called different things, but not actually being a thing. That makes perfect sense, right? Like, it doesn't necessarily mean everything.
I mean, I guess, but
Okay. So I'm
you're
just
looking this
looking.
up.
I'm just looking up what bread is. I'm gonna do Merriam-Webster because
The Webster, oh boy,
Yeah.
the most trusted dictionary source on the planet.
hey, I mean, you use it for Scrabble, so I think we could use it for here. So bread, noun. There's So it says a usually baked and leavened food made
Le-
of a mixture whose basic constitutes is flour or meal. So technically, if it's baked and you use flour or meal, then it
It
would be
makes it
considered
bread.
bread.
Yeah,
It's like
Which-
a cookie.
So tortillas,
yeah.
it's just
Also,
water and flour.
I'm
And
fairly
some
certain
salt, I think.
leaven means like you set it to rise or something, or smush it. I think that's one of the two words.
or like kneading, because you
Kneading,
also need
maybe.
tortillas
Yeah.
and stuff like kneading. Oh, I'm gonna look up what that word means.
Hey, we're learning
Leaven.
English.
And yeah, I know, right? yeah, we're learning English. The two
Sure,
Mexicans
buddy.
and the white boy. um. Oh, okay, leaven. No, I think that it's like fermentation or like yeast.
So you ferment it and let it sit.
Something that modifies or lightens.
Yeah. So when you put yeast in bread, that allows air bubbles to form, and that what makes the bread rise.
Yeah. Something that modifies or lightens. Okay, so if we use the
There you go.
Merriam-Webster, then that does mean like tortillas and like flatbread isn't bread because we don't use yeast at all in those.
But didn't we say it uses flour though?
It does say flour or meal.
So,
Oh wait, meal. So that means because isn't mice meal? It's cornmeal.
Yeah.
So that means corn tortillas are also bread. That's weird. What?
All right. I'm just gonna point this out now. I really don't like the way you say tortillas.
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 How you supposed to say it?
Yeah, but I'm white.
Or tortillas.
I'm white in the soul. So
Hurricane Katrina or a Hurricane Tortilla.
Oh my God.
Tortilla. Is that how you're gonna say it, Axel?
No, I say tortilla.
Ooh.
Tortilla.
tortilla.
I don't know. I just like when we were at the restaurant, Holly was like just white splaining everything in Hispanic, trying to.
Oh my
She was
God.
hilarious.
Yeah, that's just. Oh, I can't stand that. It's like
What?
you don't have an accent and you speak Spanish. It's fucking cringe, dude. That's just
Some tortillas.
that's a no, bro.
I know, right?
Oh, then okay. Is this a hot take? What do you like better, flour or corn?
Flour.
In what in what regards?
Well, I guess it does depend on what you're using it for.
No. Tortillas in general, like for general
I prefer
purpose use.
I prefer flour over corn. I know
Yeah.
technically corn is more of a traditional one, but they're just wrong.
We're raised on flour.
Flour is superior. And it's not like even saying like if you like flour, you're not Mexican. Fucking mom, she prefers flour. And
No.
she was born and raised in Mexico and stuff.
I was raised on bean and cheese flour tortillas, and I cannot.
Yeah, exactly.
Those are my favorite.
Yeah, corn is just not as I mean, it might be technically healthier, but I don't care.
I don't know about that. But all right, Brandon, what's your take?
About
Flour or corn?
tortillas?
Yeah,
Um,
just general use case, nothing specific.
flour.
Flour, yeah.
It's the American way.
Well,
Technically,
because
No, I was thinking corn.
I like corn tortillas. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just like if you're just saying like as like an everyday thing I have, I have flour more than I have corn. The only time I ever have corn is when I'm with you, Ivan. So
and usually when it's with me, I don't choose having corn. It's more of a Holly.
Yeah.
Giving unless I'm making like
Quesadilla.
chilaquiles.
Chilaquiles. Oh, yes, dude.
Yeah, that's when you can't use flour
Yeah,
for
you
that.
can't use
It
flour for
will-
that.
You can't. You need to use the corn. But what was I gonna say? I just had a brain fart. I totally forgot what I was saying with that.
You were,
is that so?
yeah, you were
I don't know,
talking
flour,
about
I just,
Brandon going to your house for corn, and then Holly.
oh
using
yeah.
corn.
For me, the kind of tortillas that I get is they're flour, but they're not like because I buy them at the store because I've tried making my own. And
Brother.
I've tried
Oh,
I tried
no.
hard, dude. It's actually kind of hard making the way mom does.
It's not
Nice.
that hard.
Yeah, it is because
It's
you gotta. There's a specific way you have to do it. You have to let it sit for a specific amount of time. You gotta knead it for a specific amount of time. And she doesn't give you the correct amount of like ingredients. She just says like use a little bit of that. Do it this way.
Yeah, dude,
It's all about
I can't,
technique.
I can't eat the store bought ones.
No, I found one store-bought flour tortillas that are actually good. And it's not like the ones that you find in the bread aisle. It's one that you actually still have to cook. Because it's basically still just the dough. They're just flattened and all that. but they taste so good.
Hmm.
I think it's called. Funny enough, I mean the name of it is bad. I think it's called Tortilla Land.
Nice.
But if you go on their website, it's all like non-cooked ones that you actually have to cook, and it seems like the real deal. I'm fooled by it, so I assume you would like it too if you tried it.
Who knows?
I can send you the link to their website, but that's what I buy every time, and it's good. But what were we talking about earlier?
More hot takes. I mean, I just brought up the flour or corn, but
yeah,
probably spring more real hot takes.
Well, okay. Well, we can go back to the bread thing and not just saying what constitutes bread, but more of just like sandwich, like burger and sandwich. That was the thing that I was confused about with Brandon, because like he doesn't think a burger is a sandwich. Why?
I did say why. The way I perceive it is that it constitutes what type of like filling you have in it. Because like with sandwiches, I always put like cold meats, like cold cuts, like just hit like ham. But then with burgers, I always assume that with like cooked meat, like hot stuff, like came off the grill type or like whatever method of cooking.
So what do you think about a grilled cheese? Is it not called a grilled cheese sandwich?
Grilled cheese is grilled cheese. That's sacred, man.
Yeah, but isn't the full name grilled cheese sandwich?
Okay, wait.
I guess.
Then
but that's different though, because like I said, different types of meats and stuff with sandwiches.
Wait, wouldn't a cake be a sandwich then?
No.
Wouldn't it be a what?
Wouldn't a layered cake be a sandwich?
Well, I don't like layered cakes, so I don't care.
Well, okay, my definition of a sandwich is anything between two buns.
Well, what constitutes as a bun?
Yeah. That's a good. What constitutes as a bun?
Or how about this? Anything in between two pieces of sandwich. I was about to say, in between two pieces of bread. How about that?
Yeah, so a layered cake would be bread. Oh, a sandwich then.
I mean, I
Sure.
guess going off our bread take. So
Yeah, I guess if we're doing that. See, this is why it's so weird. Like, where do you draw the line?
I don't know.
Yeah, where do you
there was
draw
like
the
a
line?
soup argument. I forgot what the soup
Oh,
argument.
like if cereal's a soup,
I
The
mean,
ocean
it
is a soup.
It is
the
a soup.
ocean's a soup.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know any soup that uses salt water.
What? Salt water. Did
Salt-
you really? Salt water.
It's salt.
You
Well-
add salt to water.
No, okay, no, I realize what it sounds like for me. No, I'm talking about like actual salt, like
Seawater?
salty
You-
salt.
you mean
seawater?
go.
Whatever. But seawater is
Seawater.
just salt water,
No, not
It's just
all
like-
seas are salty, but you know.
bruh.
Okay, here's a definition. At what point does it become an ocean compared to a giant lake?
Where's this going all over the place?
It's the type of water. Lakes are fresh water, and then there's
I
Yeah.
think sea and ocean's the same thing. They're
Yeah,
just different names for the same thing.
yeah. That's like whenever you jump into a lake, it turns into an ocean for how salty you get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure all oceans are salty. If it's not salty, wouldn't you just consider it a?
It's fresh water.
Yeah, then it'll be freshwater, and then you consider it be a lake, right?
No, that's fresh water. It depends on the body of water and the size. So hold on.
Yeah, I guess the size. Yeah. I mean, what are the Great Lakes? You know how fucking huge that is? I guess maybe because it's on by its own and is surrounded by land. Maybe that's what constitutes as a lake or a pond.
So I have this thing that what's the difference between a lake and a pond?
I think it's the size. It has to be the size. The pond is way smaller than a lake.
When does a pond become a lake? It's
It has to be the size.
When it comes to the size, so there's different like meanings and everything, like how the depth of thing. But when it comes to the size, there's no exact guidelines. Ponds are just generally smaller. There's no universal standard. But it's mainly like large bodies. Like a lake is like going off of like the definition of lake. A lake is a naturally occurring, relatively large and a fixed body of water on the Earth's surface. And it's usually surrounded by dry land, so it's a large body of water. That's all it is.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but then it also says like although oceans are smaller, that that's more connected around. lakes kind of like form in, you know. There's always in a circle, like a relative, like it. All ends are touching, no matter what.
Okay.
And then the oceans is more far off expanse.
What about, so then how do you, if by that definition, what do you mean by if a lake is connected by a river that feeds into the ocean?
Okay, Ivan, technically everything's connected to the ocean.
No.
No?
Yeah, literally every single body of water is always connected to an ocean.
Nope.
There's not a single body of water that is not.
Well, I mean, there's some like lakes and stuff that are completely landlocked.
Ivan, but it doesn't mean that their water still seeps through the ground and connects to the ocean eventually. Everything eventually leads to the ocean.
No.
Yes.
Okay,
it's like saying my piss that I peed out, the piss that I like had outside gets evaporated and goes into the ocean.
Yes, that's.
I mean, eventually it does.
Bro, you're drinking thousands of year old dino piss. You know that, right?
Actually,
Cool.
technically, it doesn't lead to the ocean because it could just evaporate into the clouds.
Yes, and guess where it goes? It goes into the sky, rains to the ground, and then eventually that water goes back into the ocean.
Mm.
See, that's like that's overthinking it.
Yeah,
that's
that's going too far.
That's literally how the water cycle works.
No, I know, but that's going too far. We're just talking about like.
You can't just take one piece of water molecule and just say oh yeah, that goes
an
right back to the
ocean.
ocean. That's an ocean.
No, I never said that. I said it's connected to an ocean.
Even though it falls like right on the sand.
I'm a pee on the floor, and that is connected to the ocean.
Yeah, sure, buddy.
I did not say that. I never said it was connected to the ocean. I said all water eventually is connected to the ocean. That is my statement.
It's like taxes.
Yeah.
It all leads back to taxes.
Yeah, exactly.
Death and taxes.
Okay.
But,
Okay, I think I know the sea and ocean thing.
okay.
I think I didn't look it up, but I was just thinking about it in the back of my head. A sea is a subsection of ocean. Ocean's the giant like collective thing because we have the Pacific Ocean, the Atlantic. But then we call them the seas. Okay, never mind. I just countered my own argument.
Imagine.
It's just English. I don't know. Because we have a bunch of names for things.
So I went on this site, just like, 36 hot takes to spark a debate with your friends. Like some of these, like, what the fuck? So like,
Okay.
they have them in categories. They have hot animals, brands, entertainment, fashion, food, and travel. Which category do you want me to start with?
Name them off again.
I feel like animal can't really be debated though.
Animal, brand, entertainment, fashion, food, travel.
Let's try entertainment.
Yeah, I was about to say like animal.
All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 takes here.
Okay.
So first one, podcasts aren't worth listening to. It's unironic.
That's a cold take. That's a cold take. You shouldn't be listening to podcasts.
You should.
Yeah. Please stay. Please stay. Please stay.
Please stay.
Oh
Please
God. Okay. Not to make this into a different topic, but I was watching a YouTuber guy, Philip DeFranco. If any of y'all know him, and one of his newest episodes, we're talking about how people are saying that the podcast bubble has bursted. Because right now it's a very saturated market. It got extremely popular, like I think since 2018, and it's been growing ever since. And they're looking at stuff like Spotify and stuff like that, how they're laying off a bunch of people, especially in the podcast sections. And they're saying like, oh, the podcast bubble has popped or whatever. Podcasts are no longer popular and shit. And just to make long story short, turns out it's not. Podcasts are still growing really fast. I don't know. I just wanted to bring that up. I thought it was funny because a lot of people think that it's dying when it's far from the truth. Maybe like, if you're with like Spotify stuff is kind of dying, but the shows themselves aren't. Like the platforms might be a bit iffy, but the shows aren't. Like Joe Rogan, I think he just signed another $250 million deal with Spotify. But he's not exclusive anymore because his previous deal was exclusivity with Spotify, but now he can do like all the other stuff.
Yeah.
But sorry, just to throw that in there.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I just thought that first one was kind of funny that we picked the first
Yeah.
one out of every single one of them.
I guess that could be a hot take because I mean we started our own podcast and stuff, and I wanted to do one because I listen to a lot. So that's a hot take.
I listened to a couple, just not as often as I used to. So
Yeah, like what's the difference between a podcast and like an audiobook? It's just a different. Like you can have podcasts that talk about stories and stuff. How's that different than?
it's literally just listen to a radio station.
Yeah, like what's the difference? I think that's a bad take.
Yeah.
That was just a
Alright,
bad
it's-
question. But what the fuck?
Yeah.
I'm on the site and is a really dumb questions. The fuck?
I know. Like the next question is Harry Styles is the best performer in current time. Like, bitch, who?
Well, to be fair, they did say it's a hot take. Hot takes are supposed to be takes that are not popular.
I know, but this is just a weird fucking question, anyways. Whoa.
Whoa, what the fuck happened?
So cold. So cold.
Shit, an earthquake.
Anyways,
What were we doing? Brand hot? Oh no, entertainment.
it was entertainment.
Harry
hot takes.
Styles.
Harry Styles. We're gonna skip that.
Yeah, because
Okay, actually, I wouldn't mind chiming in on this a little.
Alright.
you've lost your best friend status.
No, okay. I'm not a big fan of Harry Styles, but I will say some of he's gotten into a lot more acting stuff. And not saying he's a good actor. I mean, he's decent, but he was really good in Dunkirk, if y'all ever saw that movie. I'm pretty sure Harry Styles was in there. That one was a really good one. So
I don't know what that is.
I
It's
heard of it. I just don't
it's a
remember.
It's a World War II movie. It's about like the French thing in Dunkirk. It was like trying to extract soldiers out of the France too.
French. You would know so much about that.
Yeah.
Frenchie.
But
That makes you
Yeah.
French too, Axel. By default.
I know, but I hate.
but he's
the
not a
French,
good best
so.
performer. All right,
You
what's
ju-
the next one?
The Oscars is boring.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
not really a hot take.
All right, next one.
All right, next one.
The Emmys are better than the Oscars.
Yeah.
I think.
Oh, actually, yeah, they are. The Game
Yeah.
Awards are the best of all.
All right, you know what?
Yeah.
Hot take here. I feel like hot takes are better when they're coming from your friends, not from this fucking site.
I know. it just
Yeah.
sucks.
Well, we're just trying to see like what other people. I bet you this thing was made by like some millennial, like someone who's
Fucking-
addicted to social media.
Chat GPT
and, like-
can make better hot takes than this.
Dude,
Yeah,
this is the type of shit that your wife would pull up.
Yeah.
Yeah, Game
Oh,
of Thrones.
here's a good hot take. Or on the entertainment one, World of Warcraft is still the best game ever.
I never played it, so I don't have an opinion.
Well, that's
This
the
is-
hot
that's what-
take.
That's the point. Opinion is like, do you really care about other people's opinions? You
That's
truly-
literally what a hot take is.
Yeah, but do you care about? I don't care about other people's opinions.
I don't care about World of Warcraft, to be honest.
Yeah.
It
Okay,
fell
well,
off.
I guess my hot take is The Last of Us is the best game ever.
Yeah.
See, now that's where you're wrong.
No. All the sales and all the ratings we got. Yeah, sure I'm wrong.
tell that to Tetris. Anyways,
Bruh.
I'm pretty sure
Oh, that's
Tetris
a
hot
sells
take.
it. So.
Okay, sales doesn't mean
Well, you're just
Shit.
comparing the sales. You literally just compared the sales. So I'm like, okay, well,
You
Tetris.
did.
that's true. Well, I brought it in, but also to the ratings and shit like that.
And
Like the
guess what
awards that it
ratings-
won.
Yeah.
Tetris has
And-
not won like fucking awards
Game of the
like
Years?
Last
Yes,
of Us
they
have.
have.
When has Tetris won Game of the Year?
I'm fairly certain Tetris has one game of the
I
year. before.
highly doubt. I think Tetris was there before Game of the Year was a thing.
Fairly certain, but yeah.
No.
No. Nope. It is not one game of the year.
Oh, okay. How about this? This is not really a hot take, but this is I've heard some people go either or, but your thoughts on awards.
It's like the election. Our opinion doesn't matter.
Yeah.
No, like, so you know that there's the Game Awards, there's the Oscars, the Emmys, or whatever. You have
Yeah.
things giving awards to different types of media. I don't know. What's your thought on that versus just like popularity stuff, if that makes sense?
That's all it is.
I mean, that's what it is. It is popularity.
Well, I guess.
It's entertaining to watch, but at the end of the day, it's kind of stupid because like we all have our fan favorites who like, oh, that person should have won. Like the whole fucking Spider-Man should have won Game of the Year type thing. It shouldn't have. It didn't. Thank God. Like I'm someone who fully completed the game, got all the trophies, everything. It's a good game, but compared to other stuff,
Baldur's Gate.
like Baldur's Gate. Well, even not even Baldur's Gate. I just think with something as hyped as it was basically just DLC from the first game. It's literally what the new COD is. It's literally what anything is anymore. Anything is just DLC, like Tears of the Kingdom. It's just DLC for Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, I have heard that.
That's
but
all video games are nowadays. It's just like $70 DLCs.
That and remasters.
Yeah.
That's why new games like Power World that has come out are so beloved right now. Did you know?
Yeah.
Here's another update for Power World. I think they.
All right, we're a Power World episode podcast now.
New Power World update because your hot takes are fucking garbage.
It's a shit game, just like Pokemon.
I agree, but I think it passed like 16 million copies or something like that.
Okay. Oh, here's a hot take. I don't think Power World is good.
Yeah. It's overrated.
Well, I mean, it just might not be your type of game. That's the thing.
No, I think it's objectively bad.
All right, explain how.
Because up until this point, I have not seen a single. Well, I guess not up until this point. Up until like 2 days ago point, I have not seen anything of Power World. All I've heard was people talking about Power World, how it's like Pokemon and Ark and all that stuff. And then I finally see a video. I think I saw Donkey play Power World or something like that. And I actually saw how the gameplay is. It is objectively a bad game. I don't know why people like it.
Because it's a survival game.
It is it is on par.
Ark. You played Ark.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
No. But I'm just saying the asset. Well, I guess wasn't one of the things people were saying that it was because it was like people or they bought assets for it or something like that.
Yeah, no. It turns out that's also false. So, they made everything themselves.
Okay. I find that hard to believe.
They have an artist, like the artist that they have. It is funny because the artist that they made, that made all these assets were completely original. And they've been receiving death threats because they're like, "Oh, you're an asset flip," and whatnot, which is I find completely hilarious.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with just buying the assets, but like, I mean, when you say that they have artists, I mean, I'm not like a big game developer or anything, but I've gone through the whole process of making games and stuff. That Power World looks exactly like an asset flip game. Other than maybe the Pokemon, I don't know if that they could possibly have done that. Or sorry, not Pokemon. What are they called?
Pals.
Pals. Oh, I guess it's in the name.
So fucking corny.
Yeah. It 100% looks like an asset flip game.
Yeah.
But also everything about it, the UI, the way that things work, it looks, and I mean, I've never played it, but it looks like it feels objectively bad.
Like, it looks like it runs off a potato.
It's just made in like the Unity engine, which it probably does Unreal too, but they're just bad at it. But it looks like it's made in Unity. It looks like it's clunky and not polished in any way. It literally looks like a game that was made in China.
Okay. Let me let this down. Do you know it's an early access game?
That's completely early. This is a fucking alpha stage.
Yes.
It does not look good. It does not look like it's fun at all for me. But I guess to each their own.
Yeah, exactly. That's the opinion part I was waiting for.
Yeah. To each their own. But there are, especially for $30, dude. So, why are you gonna waste your money on that?
No. So here's my. Not rebuttal, but
it's just being bought because it's the most popular thing. Because people are saying, "Oh, it's shitting on Pokemon." it would
Well,
not get nearly as much
It's
attention.
not even shitting on Pokemon. Most of the people who are playing Pal World are Pokemon fans. They want
Yeah.
a game that's like this, but not like this, but like,
Yeah.
using actual Pokemon IP. And we pray that Nintendo sees this and actually makes a good Pokemon game for once. Because
Yeah.
if
I will say the only thing I actually do like about the Power World thing is you make them into child labor, like sweatshops kind of thing.
you can. You definitely can. You
I
have
find
the
that
option
funny.
to. I've never done that. By the way, I caved in
Okay.
and bought the game. But
Oh, did you?
yeah. One of my friends are playing it, and I'm gonna play with other friends. Like I like Ark. Like I already said this. I already like Ark. I like Ark a lot, and this game is literally Ark but better, because it has so many more quality of life stuff inside of it. It's fun exploring. It's fun doing bosses.
Yeah.
Like a lot about Ark is just resource gathering and some minor exploration with bosses at the end. But this game is like, it does everything that Ark does, but better. Like the resource gathering is already automated, like not immediately, but you can.
If you want a
There's
better
a ton
game
of
that's even more
exploring.
polished, why not try RimWorld?
Is that an open world where I can catch Pokemon?
Well, I can't catch Pokemon, but you can. Well, I guess you can kind of
Is
get
it
like
an
pets
Ark
and stuff.
experience? No, it is not. I'll tell you
Well,
right now, RimWorld is not an Ark.
survival.
Yeah, it's a survival game.
survivor open world thing.
It's a survival. I mean, I know what RimWorld is, and that is not a game that I like. And it's more of like, hold on, I'm double checking to make
Is
sure.
it because
I'm
it doesn't
not
look
getting this
like a
wrong.
low budget Unity game?
Hold on, double checking RimWorld real quick. Yeah, and it's a 2D top down.
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
I personally do not find that appealing.
Bruh.
It's exactly like
My brother in Christ, you play
what's the-
Pokemon.
I said Ark. We're talking about Ark here, Ark Survival, that type of stuff.
No, I
Like,
know, but still.
Anyways, I find it fun. The game was fun.
Yeah.
I put a bunch of hours into it. It's good. It could be better, just like any other game, but
It's bad. But hey, I mean, as long as it's shitting on Nintendo, I'm okay with that.
exactly. And that's what
I
a
just
lot of
love the
people are
child
okay
labor.
with.
The child labor stuff is so funny. I do like that part about the game. And like they have a sanity meter or something like that. Like they can get
Yeah.
depressed and shit.
Yeah, your
That's kind of
pals can
funny.
get depressed. They can overeat. They can get sick.
Yeah.
You gotta take care of them.
Yeah, I do
I mean,
like
you can
that.
take care of them. You don't have to.
But
All right, with that, we can probably wrap this up.
Alright. Thank you so much for listening and watching. However you consume our content, you can find all of our socials and all that fun jazz down in the description down below. Y'all have anything to say before we skedaddle skadoodle?
hamburger.
Hoagie.
And your dicks are no
Yogi.
noodles. And we'll see y'all in the next one. See you
Bye.
later, Stinky.